In a legal and political setback for the Akhilesh Yadav government, the Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court has said that it can only withdraw terror cases with the consent of the centre. The court has already put on hold this decision of the government. It's also examining the legal validity of the government's policy. But that wasn't all. Today, the Supreme Court also reacted to reports of children dying in relief camps in riot-hit Muzaffarnagar and gave an ultimatum to the UP government, asking it to take action and respond in 24 hours.
Akhilesh Yadav's pro-minority agenda has hit a roadblock. His controversial policy of withdrawing terror cases against Muslims, part of the Samajwadi Party's manifesto, has been put on hold by the Allahabad High Court. The court has now said the UP government cannot withdraw terror cases without the consent of the centre, as most laws invoked against terror accused are central laws.
जिनमें कानून केंद्र द्वारा बनाए गए हैं, उन मामलों में केस वापस लेने का अधिकार केवल केंद्र सरकार की अनुमति के बाद ही है.
From a list of 79 terror accused, the government had begun withdrawing cases against 19 people who the government felt had been framed. The court's logic has left many unconvinced, but the opposition feels it is a course correction.
इसमें एग्जीक्यूटिव पावर किसी में भी नहीं है उन्हें, इसलिए सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं है.
वह राजनीतिक दल समाजवादी पार्टी जैसे जो वोट के सौदागरी के कारण इस प्रकार के निर्णय करने को प्रेरित हुए थे, उन पर भी लगाम लगेगी. इस बात का भी मुझे खेद है कि अगर विधायिका और कार्यपालिका राष्ट्र हित का ध्यान रखते हुए ईमानदारी से नियमों के अंतर्गत काम करें, तो क्यों न्यायपालिका को हस्तक्षेप करना पड़े.
Unwilling to let go of the political benefits of such a policy before the Lok Sabha polls, the Akhilesh Yadav government is determined to pursue the case.
अभी क्योंकि आगे की अदालतें भी हैं, तो वहाँ भी हो सकता है हम न्याय के लिए जाएं. जो लोग बेगुनाह बंद हैं, केंद्र सरकार को भी मानना चाहिए कि वो बेगुनाह हैं.
This issue of false terror cases is an emotive one for the minority community in Uttar Pradesh, and this decision of the courts couldn't have come at a worse time for the Akhilesh Yadav government that is desperately trying to hold on to the Muslim vote in the aftermath of the Muzaffarnagar riots. With camera person Ramesh Verma in Lucknow, this is Anand Zanani for NDTV.
Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party joining us at this point. Abhishek Singhvi, Siddharth Nath Singh and Aarti Jairath continue to be with us. Gaurav Bhatia, this was one of your party's biggest poll promises, one that you're now not going to be able to deliver, at least not without the centre's consent. Are you seeing this now as a serious setback?
Ankita, I was listening to your comments and you said that it's a major setback for the UP government. I think it is not correct to say that it's a setback, because ultimately a reference was made to a 3-judge bench which has decided that yes, the state government has the power to withdraw cases. It should be reasoned, and even if prior sanction was given for prosecution, the state government can again relook into the decision and can decide to withdraw. Yes, there is a clause which says that the central government's approval is a must, but there are legal remedies and the state government would look into it and would avail of those legal remedies if required. More importantly, the point that I wish to make is that any withdrawal of case cannot happen without the stamp of the judiciary. The judicial scrutiny is a must. So when it comes to the knowledge of the state government that certain people are being prosecuted falsely or without sufficient material, then the state government is in fact duty bound to withdraw those cases, and that is exactly what the state government is doing. This is not appeasement politics. In fact, this is going as per the law. Secondly, our senior leader Mr. Azam Khan also made it clear that if there are false cases against any person, irrespective of the community or religion, those would be withdrawn. So I think it is the media which is projecting the government in poor light and saying that we are trying to appease a particular community. What we are doing is as per the constitution, what we are duty bound to do. Now, 2 examples I would like to place, that where a person was arrested from a different district, was shown to be arrested from another district, and false case was slapped on him. When this came before the state government, the right thing was done, that the case withdrawal procedure was started. And in second, a juvenile was slapped with serious offences of sedition and murder where there was no material found against that person. Now, there was no question of considering the religion of that person.
Okay.
In
Okay,
fact,
fair
what
enough.
was considered
Without-
was the material
Okay.
and the false cases that were being slapped.
Now, Siddharthnath Singh, the BJP continues to see this as a political matter. What about these specific cases, in a sense, that the Samajwadi Party and indeed the UP government is referring to? People who've been falsely implicated, some even tortured in custody.
You see, well, if there is a false case which has been, the charges have been leveled to anybody, then it is for the court to decide under when the prosecution is on or the trials are on. It is not for a government, state government to decide about it. They can present the case to the court and the court will take an opinion. But in this case, Samajwadi Party has only spoken about a particular religion. So it becomes, under the constitution, becomes an appeasement and a vote bank politics. All I can say is for the today's, well, there is a rap on the knuckles of the Samajwadi Party, but the High Court has shifted the advantage to the Congress, because Congress is also has been playing the similar game. At the center, their own minister, Mr. Rahman, minority minister, had written a letter, and he had also gone on many channels and said that we are going to spend the budget, spend the money in fighting their cases. They should be released. All this is happening before 2014 for a vote bank politics, and there is nothing else which is happening.
Okay, Dr. Singh, we respond to that. For that matter, we even had the Home Minister, Mr. Shinde, writing to Chief Ministers and highlighting, in a sense, cases, terror cases against a particular community, and saying false cases shouldn't, in fact.
Please give me my couple of minutes.
No innocent youth should be wrongfully detained. But, you know.
Please give me my...
Yes, certainly.
Yeah,
who should decide at the end of the day who's a terrorist? Should it be the state, the centre, or the court?
First of all, the UP side, and then the BJP point. Look, first of all, the Congress has been on record, I have said so many times on your different channels. A terrorism or a terrorist cannot possibly have any religion. There cannot be any color. And to that extent, these are issues which are religion blind, color blind. And there is no question the Congress stands by that statement every time. A terrorist is a terrorist is a terrorist. He has no religion. Secondly, I think it's a bit of a storm in a teacup, because the judgment on the whole appears to me to be right. I would not agree with the UP government in case it said that the judgment was grievously wrong. A division bench, that is 2 judges, and now a full bench, that is 3 judges, have simply said that while the power is there and the power may be exercised judiciously, carefully, soberly, it requires central government approval, because many of the acts, the charges involve central statutes, like the Unlawful Activities Act, the Explosives Act, the Arms Act, etc., etc. They mentioned that. And therefore, I think this is a proper balancing of the safeguards. And as far as the Congress is concerned, it doesn't find anything majorly wrong with this reasoning. Of course, subject to appellate recourse to the Supreme Court if the Samajwadi Party in UP government wants to do it. So, I think this is a good balance. There is a power with the state government, but it must be exercised very carefully, judiciously and cautiously with central government approval. Thirdly, I can't help the BJP, which finds something lurking in every bush whenever minorities are involved. That's the problem with the BJP. It's a problem with their mindset, it's a problem with their thinking, it's a problem with their entire approach. The moment there is any minority anywhere, they find huge things lurking in every bush. Now, there is no doubt that the power can't be denied to any law administering authority. State government, police must have the power to withdraw, because there are cases where there is injustice done.